The legislation literally forces people to kill themselves in an undignified manner, alone, without their family beside them. It doesn't make sense.
I couldn't believe death was at my door. And I thought, surely that can't be right. Death, he's saying 6 months to a year to live.
He had crippling rheumatoid arthritis. So like he had to open his hands like this. He also had Bell's palsy, which is part of the story because that's how we ended up finding out that he in fact had a brain tumor in the end, a malignant brain tumor. But that started 2 years before that, and he had scoliosis of the spine that in fact was the thing that he complained about more than anything else in the entire experience.
Now,
is creating pain for no reason. Because it's occurring within the brain, it's therefore a mental disorder. It's not your typical mental disorder like bipolar disorder or psychosis, schizophrenia, etc. It's just this manifestation of physical pain that is being caused by my brain.
This law excludes people whose sole illness is mental. What is assisted suicide? It is suicide of a patient who is experiencing torture from a disease that cannot be cured. It is taken into action by using lethal drugs given from a doctor. This graph is portraying the places in the United States that it is legal. Ogilvy and Potts acknowledge depression comes in all different forms and sizes and could easily be misinterpreted. It ranges from being extremely moderate to severe.
He says, I've run out of time. You'll get up one morning, I'll be gone.
Many struggle with reconciling how to deal with depression and whether or not it is worth mentioning.
We came to realize that every time we had a conversation with him, it might be our last.
Hopelessness along with suicidal thoughts and preoccupation are core features of depression, which is why many quickly opt for assisted suicide. A second opinion and examination may be needed because depression makes the case subjective. The sorrow may be incurable after trying every option that could drive the case to be morally justifiable because nobody wants to live in a miserable state. Patients who are suffering from terminal illness are put on heavy drugs. The drugs can warp the mind, and this links the answer why decision-making alters the mind. Consequently, Ogilvy and Potts corroborate the mind is distorted and diluted.
Sometimes not a physical representation of it. So when you tell somebody, like, I've got a lot of anxiety today, I can't right now, or like, you gotta leave me alone right now, I feel like a lot of people are just like, ugh, can you just get over it?
It's like my whole body is being burned from the inside by acid. He says it's behind my eyes, it's in my forehead, it's through my head, my neck, my chest, okay, hold down my back. And it's agonizing pain. It's like I'm being burned alive.
And I learned that she had a son who was attending the police academy. He was in his late 20s. And I said, Miss Hall, wouldn't you like to see him graduate? He was single. I said, wouldn't you like to see him get married? Does he know what you're considering here?
Conversely, palliative care focuses on improving life quality by using a caregiving approach. Cole and Cassell explain patients who are depressed would not make a rational decision, especially because thoughts and wishes about ending one's life are common in terminally ill patients and may fluctuate over time. Allowing patients to start in palliative care was able to change some of the patients' minds.
Dr. Stevens, if you had believed in physician-assisted suicide, I wouldn't be here.
In parallel with linking attitude towards decisions, cognition plays a big role in assisted suicide. The mind needs time to make a rational decision, and this is reinforced by time granted to construct it.
It made me realize there was hope. There was something to live for. And I thank him for that one sentence that
Quill and Cassell verify that cognition plays a role, and some patients with clinical depression do not have the mental capacity to make large medical decisions. This means that people who are experiencing negative thoughts are more likely to make a negative decision.
Absolutely. But just seeing the pain that he was in, to be like, don't do this, it would be selfish on my part. And it wouldn't be right for me to be like, no, you have to stay because I can't handle you leaving. Thanks. Like, that's just the ultimate form of selfishness.